welcome to Mattain by Manal. Attain the life that you desire. Welcome to podcast episode number 3. This is Manal, and I am really excited to continue our journey with you today. Really excited. Today we will be continuing our discussion on anxiety. March, we have decided, is the theme of anxiety. And today we will talk about a really interesting combination. It's all about anxiety and control. Anxiety and control. There's a very strong relationship between anxiety and the future. Because the future is unknown to us, we have a lack of sense of control. We do not feel in control. Because we are not aware of this fear of the unknown, many of us, as a coping mechanism, try to control life, control ourselves. We try to control the things that we can control because we feel out of control. It's really interesting, and that's what we are going to explore together today, so we can let go of our anxiety through understanding, because through understanding, it allows us to release everything that we're holding on to. I'm so excited to explore with you. Let's go. Before we get started, let me invite you to explore my free mini course. My free mini course all about letting go of anxiety. It's 10 easy steps to let go of anxiety. So please visit my website, www.mattain.me/anxiety, ANXIETY, to sign up to receive access to my free mini course, Understanding Anxiety. And it talks about all of the concepts of anxiety and how to let it go, how to release and to align to a life of bliss, joy, peace, ease, creativity, inspiration. Put the word that you desire, because they are all synonyms in Mattain speak. So let's talk about anxiety and control. So let's talk about anxiety and control. Anxiety is the unacknowledged fear of the future. We talked about this last episode. The future is unknown. We do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is known in life is that there's life and there's death. Life and death will naturally occur. The mystery is when. We don't know when somebody will be born. No matter how good science has gotten, that mystery of the birth and the start of that, it's just a beautiful mystery. It's a surprise. Sometimes the baby will come early, sometimes on time, sometimes late, but we never, unless we do a C-section, but even then, it's a mystery, magical moment. And death. Sometimes we say that death is premature. Sometimes we say they were ready. Sometimes it feels like we wish it was earlier because they were suffering. But death is another mystery. And because that this is so unknown and out of our control, the way that people unconsciously deal with being out of control is trying to control, obsessively controlling. So the fear of the unknown ultimately results in someone feeling out of control. And when you feel out of control, there's a few things you can do. One is lose control, or one is try to overly control. So this fear of being out of control is actually, it's the fear of death, fear of mortality, the fear of loss of freedom. Because where does your freedom if you don't have control. And your freedom is related to death and mortality. And it's associated with the fear of being sick, the fear of pain, the fear of missing out, the fear of change, the fear of something bad happening, the fear of being hurt, the fear of leaving loved ones, the fear of abandoning them. All of those fears are all about feeling out of control because of the unknown, the mystery of what tomorrow will bring. But not everybody feels that. Not everybody feels that. So who might not feel some of these feelings? Anxiety of the future happens when we don't trust. What don't we trust? We don't trust that either we are capable of achieving, of living, of doing, of feeling, of being, that we don't trust the universe, we don't trust life, we don't trust death, we don't trust the unknown, we don't trust our happiness. Our fear is not a trust of happiness. We don't trust that we're supported. We don't trust that we're supported. So when we feel fear and we try to control, it's because we don't trust something bigger than us. So then when we feel that, it's the blame game. And it's really funny because I've been seeing the blame game so much on social media these days. We're blaming external events. We're blaming our parents. We're blaming other people. We're blaming the universe at times. I see people that are angry with God or resentful of religion and blame external to how we're feeling internal. Because when we feel out of control, we're feeling out of control because of the external circumstances. So ultimately, how do we get back into alignment? How do we calibrate away from this feeling of lack of control, from blame? It's trust. Trust. And this is all leveraging the egoic body. We always talk about the four bodies, the egoic body, the mental body, the emotional body, and the physical body. And we talked about how anxiety is an expression of the four bodies screaming out. The body is physically tense. Hands might be sweaty, tight, numbness, heart pain. Maybe my mouth is dry, my head's spinning. My thoughts are obsessive about fears, about things that may or may not happen, about the future. My emotion is repressed fear, but there might also be hints of sadness and depression and anger and frustration, a lot of shame and guilt and a lot of other flavors of emotions. But ultimately, this fear of control, this anxiety with respect to control, it's the egoic muscle. It's the egoic body that we strengthen to ultimately lean into trust. Because the opposite of control, feeling out of control, needing to overly control, or surrendering or losing control, so using a lot of coping mechanisms, whether it's drugs or alcohol or driving excessively or extreme sport, that's losing control because we feel out of control, or overly controlling are two different ways that people cope with feeling out of control. So when you're feeling out of control, what's the opposite? It's trust. It's trust. It's trust. And that's all in the egoic body. And it depends on what you believe. I like to guide you into reinforcing and amplifying the beliefs that you already have. But what do you believe in? The universe. Do you believe that the universe has your best and highest interest? Do you believe that everything that unfolds for you is what's for your highest good at a time that's there for your highest good? Do you believe in God? That God's there to guide you, to support you, to love you? Do you believe in your inner being, that there's an inner power within you, and that this inner being is here to guide you, Do you believe in vibration, law of attraction? There's a higher purpose. There's a bigger meaning. But really leaning on these egoic beliefs with something bigger. You're supported. You're not alone. That even though you can't control, there's something bigger that you can trust, that's guiding you, loving you, supporting you, that's here for your highest good. There's a belief, your egoic body is also a belief in yourself, that you're capable, that you're worthy, that we're ultimately free, the unconditional three, our worthiness, our freedom, our love, our happiness, that we're here to live on this human journey, to express on this human journey, and that we're capable. Because a lot of these fears of being out of control is because we don't feel capable. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. Will I be able to survive X? Will I be able to survive Y? What will tomorrow bring? But if I am capable and I know I'm supported, that I know that I can do everything I can control. I know that I have focus, I have skills, I have the capacity, I have the capability to do. Even when I don't know, I'm prepared. And even with what I'm not prepared for, I trust that there's somebody bigger, something bigger. There's a purpose. There's a universe. There's God that's here to connect with me, to support me, to love me. And this egoic expression ultimately comes to, I am. I am. I am. Not I am, and this identity that has ego attached to it and has limiting beliefs to it, or has a I am better or I am worse because of it, but I am. I am one with the universe. I am one with the world. I am purpose. I am love. I am. So how do you develop your egoic muscle? How do you develop this trust in self and trust in something bigger than yourself? Ultimately, it's about what your beliefs are. We lean into our religious beliefs. Our religious beliefs. Many people that are exploring the religious beliefs believe because they don't know and they're exploring that it weakens their egoic body. But you just need to know that there's something bigger. There is something bigger. That you are part of something bigger. So using religion, the beauty of religion, to amplify your egoic beliefs is a beautiful way. Spirituality. So religion and spirituality are very similar, but also different. But leaning on your spiritual beliefs, knowing that the universe is beautiful, that there's some God is amazing, that your inner being is there for you, that law of attraction or vibrational, energetic world is so powerful and there's more than we see, and that you're learning to understand. So using your spirituality as a way to lean into, oh, I know, I trust. Everything's for my highest good. I am supported. I am not alone. We are all one. Non-duality. Meditation is an amazing way. Amazing way. So many apps right now. I'm on Insight Timer that leverage the beauty of meditation. And meditation is all about focusing to go inward while eliminating the noise of the external world. Because whether we talk about religion, spirituality, and worthiness, freedom, happiness, and love, it's all about internal. It's all about letting go of the external noise and calibrating to your internal truths. Mattain, attaining your authentic life, aligning with your authentic expression. It's all about going in. So meditation is one of the most beautiful tools. Prayer, very similar to meditation. Meditation, you focus until your mind goes quiet. Prayer is leaning and asking for the support and the love of something higher, your higher being. And meditation and prayer can merge as one. They can be synonymous or they can be very different. Depends on how you practice it. Depends on your muscles. It's about recognizing that you are your life's purpose. You don't need to look for it. You are your life's purpose. And my Mattain flagship course, Attain the Life You Desire, reinforces the truth that you are your purpose. There's no reason to look. You are your life's purpose. It's about recognizing your worthiness, that you are worthy. You're worthy, and anything that makes you feel other than worthiness is here to help you grow and expand. Again, these are concepts that my flagship course is reinforcing. It's about your freedom, that anxiety is here, and that relationship with control is teaching you about freedom, and that you're ultimately free, even though you do not feel free, and that control is not freedom. That control is an illusion of being free, but ultimately, if you're free, then you trust and you flow in this world in a way that just feels comfortable and at ease because you just know, you trust your physical journey and your spiritual journey. And it's all about coming back to I am. I am. So all of these things that I talked about is how to develop your egoic body. It's called surrender. Surrender. And surrender is yielding to the power, control, or possession of another. And ultimately, it's yielding to the power of God, of the universe, of the higher meaning of life. Another definition of surrender is to give up completely or agree to forego, especially in favor of another. So it's giving up control in favor of, again, use the word that you love, the universe, God, inner being, higher meaning, purpose. So surrender and trust are the influences that will ultimately help you let go of anxiety and control and come back to the ease, the flow, the beauty of life. I hope you enjoyed today's exploration of anxiety and control. Anxiety is a fear that is unacknowledged. When we are trying to control life, the fear that we're unacknowledging is the fear of being out of control, the fear of our mortality, the fear of our death, the fear of being alone, the fear of not getting it all done. And that's because we do not know what the future holds. We cannot control the future. And this makes us feel anxious, which turns up in our four bodies, our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our egoic body. And the antidote is recognizing, oh, I am not in control. I'm not in control. We are not in control. Living life from a place of authenticity is not through control. It's through flow. It's through trust. It's through allowing. It's through inspiration. It's through love. It's through acceptance. And all of that is achieved by building our muscle, our egoic muscle, of recognizing that there is a higher meaning and higher purpose to this human journey. And we are part of this higher purpose, of this journey. And ultimately, when we trust this higher purpose, this higher being, the universe, when we trust our physical journey, our journey for why we're here, the life that we're living, everything that has happened to us, everything we are doing now, and everything that will happen to us, and we trust our capacity, our ability to live, to support the abundance, the beauty that we are able and capable. When we trust and build our trust, then we can live a life that feels authentic and aligned with truth and feels good. And I'll say it again. It feels like trust, feels like allowing, feels like flow, feels like love, bliss, joy, acceptance. Fantastic. I hope that you enjoyed this week's podcast. It's always a pleasure to talk about all things life. I have always been inspired by enjoying life and recognizing the beauty of life and realizing that the mystery of life can be met with fear, struggle, and suffering, or received with curiosity, with growth, and with expansion. And that is the inspiration and the intention of Mattain. It's attaining your authentic life. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please come visit me. Come to my website, www.mattain.me/anxiety, for access to my free mini course on letting go of anxiety. 10 steps to letting go of anxiety, where we walk you through what is anxiety, where are you feeling it, what's going on, and ultimately how to let it go. So happy to have you here today. So excited to continue to grow and expand with you. I hope to see you next week on my podcast. Follow me on Insight Timer, YouTube, Instagram. Let's keep growing and expanding. My love, always.